Hey everybody, it's Chase with American Vintage Adventures again, and today I'm coming to you from the home office again because, wow, there is a lot of Disney news out there. D23 just happened, and there are big announcements, big drops all over the place. We are going to talk about some of that, what I'm the most excited about, and what we can or maybe not realistically expect to see from this, and how fast we might be able to see it. So come with me. I got you. Let's go do this. All right, so D23, boy, oh boy, was it filled with tons of announcements, and I could not wait till I got back to the park. I'm going back to the park in just a couple weeks here, and I could not wait till I got back to the parks to talk about it. It's hard to talk out there anyway, and there is so much out there. I wanted to give my thoughts, and not to throw a bucket of cold water on any of this, but there's some of this stuff that I do have to wonder, given the past, if we will ever see it or if this is really just blue sky talking, which does happen a lot at D23. We'll talk about what I think you're actually going to see the soonest, what I'm the most excited about, and what we maybe won't see or we won't see for a really long time in the future, despite what they said. And I'm not hey, maybe they will do everything and do it quickly, but some of this stuff is very similar to things that we've heard before, and I'm just going to talk about it here. So let's start with something that the things that I think are the most likely to see the fastest. And one of those is the nighttime parade. That's going to happen. That's easy for them to do. It's going to be, it says it's going to utilize the latest technologies. The parade will bring to life beloved characters from Peter Pan, Frozen, Encanto, and more. Magic Kingdom will also welcome a new Pirates of the Caribbean themed tavern in 2025. The rambunctious watering hole will welcome pirate kind, big and small. Those two are going to happen. Those two are going to happen fairly quickly. They already have had walls up for a little while now in the Pirates of the Caribbean where you exit the ride, and that's going to happen over there. That's going to happen pretty soon. And the parade finally is what I can say. Like, we need the nighttime parade back. That is one of the things I remember so much as a kid, and I am super looking forward to that. It says that will begin summer of 2025. Of course, Disney World needs something. They're going to need some things, and they're going to need some things to open quickly to combat the rush that's going to be going to Epic Universe. And no matter, I mean, I'm a hardcore Disney guy, but I love Universal too. And it doesn't matter if you hate Universal and you think Disney is the greatest. The fact is that Epic Universe is going to be a big competitor for Disney, because now with that land and all the expansion ability they have and the IPs they're going to have there and the new resorts, Universal is no longer a 3-day visit. It's going to be a full week-long visit, and they're just going to continue to expand, and it's going to be the hot new thing. We have not had a new park in a really long time, and it's going to be popular. And Disney's attendance, they've already announced that it's going down. They see it going down the rest of this year, and that's going to be a big blow, a big competitor, and they're going to need some things like those lounges and like the parade. And I think you're going to see those pretty quick. Another thing you're going to see pretty quick, I'm actually very excited about this. You can check, I'll link my video at the end. I'm excited about seeing the Tropical Americas at Animal Kingdom. For the most reason, I'm excited to see Indiana Jones. I love Indiana Jones. We're going to get a re-theming of the dinosaur ride that's there. You're going to take I love dinosaurs and the whole concept of that too. I was a history teacher, so I love that stuff, but I love Indiana Jones too. I actually did a video recently, side by side comparison of the two rides. uh, Disneyland's Indiana Jones and Disney World Animal Kingdom's Dinosaur. They use the same ride system, but holy gee, the rides could not be more different. I love the ride at Disneyland. I think this one that we're going to get here is going to take everything that they didn't do exactly the way they wanted out there, and they're going to improve it here at Animal Kingdom, and I am so looking forward to that. There's also going to be an Encanto ride through attraction. My guess is that will take longer because that's not going to be a retheme and a redesign. That's going to be from a ground up. I have reservations about that IP. I know that like it has been put forth as very popular, and it is popular in some ways, but like that movie really flopped at the box office, and I'm kind of on the fence about like the newer IPs getting pushed into the parks because we don't know how they're going to age and have they earned that representation yet, you know. But that's just my opinion. Everybody's different on that. It's totally cool whichever way you think on that. There's also going to be some Zootopia stuff that's going to be in the Tree of Life Theater, so that's going to replace A Bug's Life that's in there. That stuff you're going to see. It says the construction of the tropical, and this is where we're going to get into some of the downside. Construction of the Tropical Americas will begin later this year with an anticipated date of 2027. This is 11-acre land, 2 new rides, Indiana Jones as we featured. Now, as I mentioned, it's surprising to me that you're talking about 3 years from now before you even see that. And I'll give you my reservations on this. I do think you're going to see this, but considering how long it took at Epcot, we were talking 5 years at Epcot to do what was done out there, which was not really a major undertaking from a construction standpoint. I'm worried about how long this will take because really Animal Kingdom can't afford to be down rides and things to do for the next 3 or 4 years. It took like 5 or 6 years to build Tron. We have to be able to speed things up. Universal is going to have built the entire Epic universe in less time than it took to do the updates at Epcot. We got to do quality, but we've got to move a little bit faster on that. Otherwise, it does just become blue pie in the sky that people forget about. You will see that because the removal of dinosaur stuff has already started. But I do have very big concerns about it being a 3 or 4 year process to do that because that's a long time for Animal Kingdom to be missing a major attraction, major things to do, major places to spread out. Another thing that was announced is Hollywood Studios getting a Monsters Inc. land. I love Monsters Inc., but there's part of me that feels like we've lost the plot on what Hollywood Studios was supposed to be. I really wish they would have leaned into. It's kind of just like a hodgepodge of movie stuff now, where I wish they would have leaned into the original concept, the filmmaking, the behind the scenes stuff. All of those kind of things, the old classic Hollywood, I kind of wish we would lean into that a bit more. But I do like Monsters Inc. And we're going to have this ride that we've heard about forever. This is going to be like a, it says it's like the door coaster type thing. That's going to be a interesting ride through here. And a full land, and people are like, where are they going to put it? My guess is they're going to put it over there around where Star Wars Launch Bay is and go out that way, but I am not sure. But there is no date given on that. It says that it's slated to begin construction next year. When you start telling me something is slated for a year from now to begin, that could easily get pushed back and pushed back again. Don't forget, we were supposed to get initially. There was years ago, there was an announcement of we were going to get a Mary Poppins attraction at Epcot, possibly the Beauty and the Beast attraction that's in Disneyland Paris at Epcot, and all that just got canceled and just never even happened. So none of this, until they actually start building it, they've kind of lost my benefit of the doubt on some of this stuff. Something else you're definitely going to see, there's going to be a new mission on Smuggler's Run that includes the Mandalorian and Grogu. They can do that. That will happen pretty quick. Another one that is definitely going to happen is Test Track reopening in 2025. Now, I find it interesting that it's, after all, like all this speculation, it's not really a retheme at all. It's still going to be a partnership with Chevrolet. It is going to be a little bit different. It's the ride through itself and the screens and all of that kind of stuff is going to be different. It's supposed to bring people back to the enjoyment of driving again. So it's going to be a little bit different, but I mean, still kind of the same Test Track. So no IPs there, no IPs. So very, very interesting on that one. Now, the one that obviously, there's two that really caught my big attention, and one of those is the addition of the Cars franchise to the Magic Kingdom. It says, history is being made as Disney announced the largest Magic Kingdom expansion to date. At the center of this expansion is a new land inspired by Pixar Animation Studios' Cars franchise. Lightning McQueen and crew will be racing into reimagined area of Frontierland that will feature 2 all-new attractions, including a thrilling off-road rally race, taking guests beyond the fictional Radiator Springs. Take on wild terrain as you race across landscape, climbing mountains, trails, dodging geysers, and Mater's favorite, splashing through mud holes. It says, with construction expected to begin early next year, the land will also feature a family-friendly attraction for younger thrill seekers. Okay, I have a lot of thoughts on this. First of all, I'm a big fan of Cars, especially the first movie. I'm a big fan of Cars. If you ever saw Michael J. Fox's film Doc Hollywood, Cars is basically the exact same movie. I don't know how I completely feel about this, though, because trying to make the terrain be Frontier-like is one thing, but Frontier and car, like the Frontierland with Cars vibe just doesn't completely make sense to me in my head. I am looking forward to a thrill ride. I feel like that ride is going to be somewhere in the vein of Radiator Springs Racers at Disney California Adventure. I imagine we're going to get some of that, and that is an amazing ride. I think it's going to probably have a lot of that to it with some different things. It sounds like maybe even some water features in that. So we'll see what that's like. And then, of course, it doesn't give a lot on the family-friendly ride, but it could be something like the Mater's Swirl, which is basically alien swirling saucers. But I'm sure it'll be a little bit more updated take of something like that out there. You're going to be able to see pretty fast if this is really going to start happening as quickly as they say, because it says that they are supposed to begin expanding this early next year. So if you start to see that construction, you'll know it's happening. Again, if it does, I worry about how long it's going to take them. They're going to have to prove to me again that they can be old Disney, where they do amazing work, they do it better, they do it more detailed, and they do it quicker than everyone else. We can't, it's hard to maintain momentum and interest when things keep getting pushed back and it takes 5, 6, 7 years to get an attraction. I mean, think of where you are in your life. If you have a kid that's 10 years old and they're excited for Cars and it takes 6 years to build it, they may not care anymore by the time they're 16. So, and you may be in a completely different place in your life when you are 40 years old versus going on 50 or 45 versus mid 50s by the time the stuff's get done. So we have to move somewhat quicker, and we'll see how that goes. The one that I'm the most interested in and possibly the most pessimistic about, though, is Villains Land. Holy moly. Like Villains Land, yes please. Look at this concept artwork. It says Disney villain fans, it's time to get excited. An all new land inspired by your favorite anti-heroes is coming to Walt Disney World's Magic Kingdom Park. It says, now see, here's why I'm pessimistic about this. Look at that. That artwork looks amazing. They mentioned this last year and nothing began to happen, and then they mentioned it again this year. This is why I'm further pessimistic. Right here. No anticipated opening date was shared at the time of the announcement. Nor did they say when they plan to begin construction on that. That's the second year in a row of Villains Land idea. Last year it was floated. This year it was mentioned. But you don't give me a date that you expect to begin construction on that. And you certainly don't give me a date that you expect to see that. So, forgive me for being pessimistic, but I will believe that one is happening when I see it. I will believe, and man, I want it. I wanted a whole Villains Park. I'll take Villains Land. To be quite honest with you, what I would have done is make Villains Island. I would have taken Tom Sawyer's Island, and I would have put spooky troll bridges that go over the water from around the Haunted Mansion area and things like that, and over by Big Thunder Mountain area. I would have put bridges across to Villains Island, and I would have made that whole island Villains Island. That's what I would have done, but they're not hiring me to be an Imagineer yet. But that's what I would have done, and you could have just went out there, and without disturbing most of the park, you could have cleared that plot and built Villains Land. And then I would have worried about cars and stuff after that, because Villains Land is the main thing people want to see, I believe. That and a nighttime parade, those are huge. I'm excited about having the lounges, especially the one for Pirates of the Caribbean. But that is like the biggest news to me, is Villains Land that came out of all this. And unfortunately, it's the one that I am the most pessimistic about seeing. And when you don't give me a date that you're planning to start it or plan to deliver it to me, and you do give me dates for stuff like Animal Kingdom, which you've already started clearing stuff out for, and that's going to be 3 or 4 years in the future until it's completed. So you're giving me stuff that you already started that's going to be 3 or 4 years away. Imagine stuff that you have no idea when you're going to start or deliver. That could be 10 years away, if at all. And so I'm pessimistic about that. Hopeful, but pessimistic. And I think Disney is going to have to prove that they're going to get some of this stuff done, because there's too many times that we've seen stuff get talked about and then it just kind of gets pushed away or it gets way downscaled. Epcot stuff, no matter how you feel about it, Epcot stuff got way downscaled compared to what it was supposed to be. If you go back and look at the drawings they showed us and the restaurants they were going to build and Communicore Hall, all that kind of stuff, how it was supposed to look to what we got are light years apart, and it still took 4 or 5 years to do. So, we'll see on all this. I hate to strike such a pessimistic tone with some of it, but I am definitely holding my breath and waiting to see how that goes. But I am excited, just like every other Disney fan, and very hopeful, but I am cautiously optimistic on a lot of this stuff. Very emphasis on cautiously. So let me know in the comments what you think. I know a lot of stuff got thrown out at us and it was like, wow, wow, wow. But, got to kind of sort through and try to get through the excitement and start to look at things reality and time-wise and stuff. A lot of this stuff you may even almost forget about by the time it gets here. And hopefully it gets here in a timely fashion and in good Disney quality. And Some of the stuff you're definitely going to see soon. The nighttime parade, the Pirates of the Caribbean lounge, that kind of the Grogu Mandalorian story, like those simple things, those are going to happen, and you're going to see those soon. And then hopefully with like the car stuff, we see it when they promise us this stuff is supposed to start. We at least see it starting, so we know they're going that way. But let me know in the comments, what are you excited about? Do you think all this stuff's going to happen? Do you think it's going to take so long that you almost kind of forget about it and move on in your head? Or do you think they're going to crank this stuff out this time? That it's going to be different this time, and they're going to go real fast, and they're going to give us amazing Disney old school Imagineering quality? Let me know what you think. And these are just a little bit different videos. Of course, I have all my park vlog stuff on here, but I love to come on and just talk to you and give you a chance to fire some questions in here and some thoughts. And if you enjoy this kind of content and the theme park vlogs and all that, please like and subscribe. It really does help out the channel. I have been really working hard on this the past year and a half, 2 years, and I really do love it. And I love the parks. I love Disney. I love Universal. And you know, it's a big part of my life, and I'm sure it is with you too if you are here. So consider liking, subscribing. You can even join the channel here or on my Patreon. Those links are down below. Get to see some behind the scenes stuff of everything from outtakes and fun stuff at the park to where I make movies. That's what I do for a living. And you can see some outtakes and some behind the scenes stuff there. Of course, get your name in here and special shout outs, all kinds of stuff. But you don't have to do any of that to hang around. Just like, subscribe, and ring that bell. And I really do appreciate you being here. And until next time, this is Chase with American Vintage Adventures saying have a great AVA day. And I'll see you real soon. Bye-bye.